Hey, so the microphone, you good, sis?
Let me make sure I got mine off.
Yeah, you good. Just make sure it's turned down.
My little girl know how to call me now.
Oh, Lord, do she?
The 2-year-old.
The 2-year-old. Boy, that's a mess right there, boy.
It's too much.
What?
Too much. Mute audio. When I say action, we'll go audio first, and then it's to come on.
Them yellow niggas was in the house. They looked at me like that.
Miss Tanya, this gonna be your.
That's how he do. He be getting
Be
me.
as far as the microphone.
He want to make
Oh, yeah.
We want to find out. one. First action. Audio. Action.
Good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world today. I hope you're having a great day and you're making it great. This is the Jetblack Daily Show. I'm Mr. Jetblack Carl Sr.
And it's your boy Corey Lagucci Graves, live from the Jetblack Daily Show. Is continue and carry on the legacy of Aaron T. Jones, and I mean hashtag Pod God.
Hashtag Jetblack. If you haven't had the opportunity, please visit that website, thejetblackenpowerment.com. That's thejetblackenpowerment.com. And listen, you can donate and you can volunteer at the Jet Black Foundation. You too can do your part in the community. Hit that Cash App, Unique 3815. That's Unique 3815. And if you want to write that check, make that check payable to the Aaron T. Jones Memorial Fund. That is the Aaron T. Jones Memorial Fund. Guess what? You too can look good with a purpose. Shop till you drop at the Jet Black Shop. Yes, sir.
Look good with a purpose.
Come on, and look good with a purpose. You know what I'm saying? ShopJetBlack.org. That's ShopJetBlack.org. Look Gucci. What's up with you, baby?
Hey, I can't complain.
No, that's
You know
right.
how I do it.
Come on.
Blessed and highly favored.
Yes,
to
sir.
be in the building again
You know?
on the Jet Black Daily Show.
Hallelujah. You know?
Uplift.
Come on.
And empower.
Preach,
How
my
everything
brother.
shaking your way on?
Man, I'm going to tell you right now, man, as long as my body is still warm and I
Warm.
ain't cold, that means I'm doing all right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed. I ain't underground. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You on top.
I'm on top, baby.
You on top.
Yes, sir. I know that's right. Listen, we got a very, very, very special guest in the building.
In the building.
Come on, we got the one
And the only
boss,
Rose.
Tanya Rose in the building.
Hey.
Yeah.
That was great.
Did you enjoy
you
that?
like
Y'all
You
made
liked
me
it?
feel pretty good.
Yeah.
I think
Hey.
you should do it like just one more time. You know.
One more.
The what?
The only
Boss,
Rose.
Tanya Rose.
I like it.
That's that back to back.
That was
That's the
nice.
back to back.
Yes, it
And we don't
was.
mean
Yeah,
Drizzy.
we had to give it to you. Listen, here at the Jet Black Empowerment Daily Show, it's important to us that we make everybody feel special on
Yes.
this platform.
I love it.
And you're from North Carolina.
Yeah.
North
Okay,
Kakalaki.
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Now tell them what city you're from in North
I am
Carolina.
from Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
All right.
Trey Fo.
The Trey
in the
Fo.
building.
Trey Fo.
Fo. Fo.
That's where it's at.
I know that's right. And let's talk about, I know you because
Yes.
you're my sister.
Yes.
But for those who don't know you, let's talk about your education a little bit. Let's start off with
Okay.
high school.
Okay, I went to North Forsyth High School. All y'all know what's up.
That's why you always be asking that question. That's your high school, ain't it?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
okay.
That's the high
I
school.
get it. I get it.
Graduated in '93.
Okay,
and
right
then I
on.
left there and went to North Carolina A&T State University.
All right.
I did not finish, but guess what? I'm still acting pride,
Get it now.
regardless.
Right,
Yeah, so I went there,
worldwide.
did some education there.
Right on.
A little later, I picked up, went to school just for a semester or so at Guilford Tech to take up recording engineer for a little bit, and that completes what I call the formal education.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes,
Ah,
right
beautiful.
now I'm in school getting my BA, master's, and doctorate that I'm working on in metaphysical science.
Oh,
Yeah, say
that's
that.
awesome.
Yeah.
Say that there.
I love it. I
Metaphysical.
love it.
So I'm
Now-
working on that now.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. And we're going to get into that in just a
Yes,
minute.
yes.
But let's talk about the music part
Yes.
first. Let's start with that. Part one. I remember growing up as youngsters, as a chap. We grew up together, and I remember when you first started playing the piano.
Yes.
I remember being at home, and I was on the other side, and your room was on the other side. And I remember vaguely, like it was yesterday, you
Yeah.
woke me up. It was what, about 2 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the
Probably
morning?
so. Mm-hmm.
And you said, Chris, come listen to this. And I had the wonderful opportunity of hearing Not only that, but the first time you played "Here Comes the Bride" on the piano,
Oh, I was little.
he was real. He was 3 years old.
Three.
then.
Three.
Yeah, 3 years old.
Yeah,
Three.
And I remember
Yeah.
when you really got into it.
Yeah, 11.
11 years old. Yeah, 11 years old. I think
Yeah.
you really honed in on your
Yeah.
craft. So tell us what was going on in your mind at that time.
Well, I think that I always have known who I was, even as a child. I have always known that I was purposed and in destiny, and I knew that that would be in music.
Yeah.
Now that I've gotten older, I understand that's just the vehicle, but who I am is a healer. The vehicle is music, whether I'm writing, whether I'm speaking, whether I'm talking, it doesn't matter. These are all vehicles.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think I've always known that. And so as time went on, I just nurtured the gift, and I knew, that's all I can say.
Yeah, you just
asked
knew.
me what, I knew
Absolutely.
that I was destined to be a singer and a musician, but that it was from a deeper perspective.
Sure.
It
sure.
was to heal souls.
Yeah.
And now being, you know, older, I understand that it first has to heal you first.
Yeah.
The gift is about healing you first, and
Yes.
then it goes out into the masses.
Now let's talk about some of the instruments that you play.
Okay.
Let's talk about some of the instruments. that
First,
you play.
I play my vocal.
Right
because
on.
that really
That's
is
an
an
instrument,
instrument.
correct.
And then I picked up piano very young. I did violin for a little while. You remember that?
I
Fourth
do.
grade.
Yep.
It was terrible.
I remember.
And then as I got older, I wanted to pick up bass guitar, so I picked up bass. And I played drum sets very little. And then I played clarinet.
Clarinet. I remember the clarinet.
But the
yeah.
ones that I would say that I'm most better at or more mastered at is piano and bass.
Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's talk about your writing skills.
Okay.
You write music too,
I do.
right, sis?
I
Let's
do.
talk about what it was like once you mastered the craft of playing,
Yes.
right? You're playing and everything. How did you get into the theory part of the music part? Is that part of writing too?
Well, you know what? What's crazy is, you know, I never took lessons I took lessons, Mom said, one time.
Yeah.
7 years old.
I remember that.
I don't remember much from it. The only thing I remembered was the middle C. But she said I took it for maybe 3 weeks or something. It was before we moved to Georgia.
I got you.
So I took them for a little while, and she said that the teacher told her that I was gifted, that I knew how to write songs. I knew how they should go, how to
Sure.
put the verse together, the chorus together.
Sure.
So it was always natural.
Yes.
So everything that I picked up has been, when you asked me about school, I forgot what school I was in.
I got
I was
you.
in the school of Source Energy or God.
Come on.
Because really I had the gift to hear. I had the gift to sit down and teach myself, me in spirit, and to know that I can do it, and that's how I excel.
Yeah.
So with everything.
Absolutely.
From singing to playing the bass to, you know, I went through a lot of things, which is fine.
Sure.
Being a female in more dominant male field.
So talk about that, if you would. Can you talk
Yeah.
about, because we have a pretty broad audience,
Yeah.
but I think it's important that females understand how much work it took, but also
Right.
How you made an impact in music by saying, "Hey, I'm a female, but look, I know what I'm doing." Tell
Yeah.
tell the people what that process was like as a
I
female.
remember when I was, first of all, everybody knew me as a singer, which is most of the time they
Sure.
see females in music as singers. That's just the truth.
Yeah.
Okay? And so, but I played piano and I hit it. You know that.
Yeah,
for
I
a
do.
long time at
Yeah.
home. And I remember when I started playing a little bit, I remember the laughs at when I went to church and the Snickers, which was fine because I've always been a driver and determined.
Come on.
And
Come
so I
on.
would still go home and practice, and I
Absolutely.
got to the space that I would say, God, show me what to play and help me to hear what I can't hear, but help me to play it.
Yeah.
And so I would go and Mama invested in me a piano, and I would play till like 8 hours. See, this is what people need to understand. When you're talking about vision, you're talking about dreams
Come
and
on.
stuff, you have to invest time.
Come on.
You can't expect that you're going to get somewhere and you do nothing.
Preach.
So I used to like nurture my gift, 8 hours, 10 hours, playing till it was 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And then as I went on, I got better at it from listening. When I went to college, I would ask a lot of the males to show me things they would not. So I said,
Haters.
this is the truth,
Yeah.
though. And
Go ahead, speak it.
This was what was wonderful, and it's true. I would ask Source, what should I say? How can I get them to show me? And I would hear, pump their egos. Tell them how bad they are. So I would look at them and say, man, you bad, man, you doing this. And what would happen through me pumping their egos, they'll be like, oh yeah? I'd be like, show me that slow again.
Gotcha.
And then they would show me and I'd say, oh, okay. And I would
Yeah.
take it home and nourish it.
Come on.
So I would always go within because I knew who I was and what I wanted to do
Yeah.
from the beginning.
Yeah.
And I nurtured it. And I always give all thankfulness to Source Energy because Source has taught me to do everything.
Yeah.
From playing to learning how to scat, to learning how to sing, to learning how to use my diaphragm to go up to high notes. You know, I have learned everything from the art of practicing, nurturing, speaking to myself,
Come
what
on.
you will do, what you're going to do, and then working diligently.
Yeah.
That's how I
Tell the people what scatting is for those who may not know. Can you kind of just
yeah.
explain
I was
them?
gonna
Scat,
ask.
okay,
You know,
scat
I'm
is
from the
like-
country. I was like, scat. I know about the scat
Yeah,
packs.
Right.
Yeah, man, but
So scatting is like, you know, in jazz, like Ella Fitzgerald, it is to kind of showcase your voice and how much it can be like an instrument. I'm going to do a little bit of that later, but it's like if I was going, shop doobity bloopy dap doobie da doobie da ba dooba dooba da ba doobie da doobie da ba da. That's scat.
God darn instrument.
It's like an instrument,
that was
yeah.
Yeah.
scat. Yeah, man, that's some fire right there.
Yeah,
Go
so
on,
they
jump
need-
on in
Okay,
there,
I was
little
about to say,
Gucci. My bad.
Can I talk to my auntie?
Please
Can I talk?
to me.
Get on in
You know what I
there.
mean?
Get on in there. My bad.
Musician.
Yes.
Tell me what's more needed, your work ethic
Oh,
or the
that's
talent?
good.
Good question.
That's very
Great
good.
question, little Gucci.
I'm going to go even past that. Passion.
Oh,
The feeling. If there is no feeling in what you do, sit your ass down.
Yeah.
Well, there it is.
Straight like
Because
that.
there are
Straight.
several people who can sing, they can do technical things, several people who can play, but if I can't feel the hairs on the back of my neck raise up, then are you really doing your job?
It ain't hitting.
It's not hit. So that passion comes from first you having it, and then, so you have to first feel it.
Yeah.
So if you're looking, I always tell people, if you're looking for the crowd to pump you up, you've already messed up. You've already missed the mark.
Yeah.
You should be, when I perform, I tell my vocal students this. When I'm at the studio, when I am practicing, I practice the same way I perform. Why? Because I love it. So I let the passion come in me first.
Yeah.
Passion has to come in me. I have to feel it, whether you're looking at me like this or not.
Yeah.
Because, see, you're going to have audiences that, even if they're feeling you, they may just not be in the mood. So it is your job as a musician, as an artist, if you're really serious about what you do, to come in and change the atmosphere. See, I change the atmosphere.
Yeah,
I come in with my own energy.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So if you dead, that's cool, baby. You could be dead. You probably had a rough day. It's probably been a depressed day. It's my job to come in and say, come with me, go on my journey. I'm taking you somewhere. So by the time the night is over, you can say, baby, I was feeling bad. I was feeling this way, that way. By the time you got through the night, I'm good.
Yeah, I love it.
Passion.
Passion. That's what I was about to
And
say.
then work ethic.
Oh, yeah,
Then work that
Because we don't want to
on
put
the
that
end.
out.
Yeah, oh,
We
yeah.
don't want to put that out.
Absolutely.
You know,
Talent
work
be
ethic.
last.
Well, talent, to me, you have to have a talent first to even begin. That's just the truth. And
Yeah.
we have to learn what our lane is.
Yeah.
And we have to be okay with constructive advice and truth.
Ooh.
So a lot of times people they don't like the truth if you tell them, I think it's good that you want to pursue a music career, but that's just not what your lane is. Sometimes that's just the truth, and people have to be okay with understanding that truth.
Yeah.
And if that is a truth, then I tell people, choose something else in music. You can be a manager. If you have a good ear, you can say that's good. You may have a good ear,
Yeah.
but it doesn't mean that you can do those things. So before we can even go to that, you have to have a talent to be able to possess. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To be able to nurture it. Gotta have a talent there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm getting out with another one.
You
Yeah.
feel me? Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yes,
Even
sir.
with what y'all do.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Just because you're not just speaking on here.
Oh, no.
There's a certain voice you have to have. There's a certain
Absolutely.
engagement you have to have for
Yes.
the audience.
Yes.
If you don't have that, just because you have a nice speaking voice, doesn't mean you have the passion to move the crowd.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go on,
Passion.
get
Yeah.
in there.
That's
That
tough right
passion.
there.
That's
I
tough,
got
ain't it?
another one.
Come on.
What do you think your strengths are as a musician?
Discipline, professionalism. And I have a motto that says, I believe in excellence in music. And that I'm not going to give you any less than that. I
Yeah.
don't care if it's one person in the room or it's no one. Like you all have this saying that you say you treat everybody, let them know they're somebody.
Absolutely.
I let every audience member, all the way down from the mentally challenged to the little children to the homeless man to whomever I'm speaking to. And like I'm getting emotional because
Nah,
it's true.
nah,
too, 'cause
yeah.
I feel your
I
passion.
feel
Like
it. Yeah.
I
We just
let
talked about
everybody
it.
know
Yes.
you are special.
Yes.
And I'm going to come to my show.
Yeah.
Or hear me sing, baby, because this is not just something you're doing. I'm giving you an experience that takes you to another level in feeling to understand that music is healing to people's souls.
Yes.
It is the one universal language that connects us all. A person can have another language and not know anything you're saying.
Yeah.
But the power of music, the frequency, the vibration of music can literally change the person's day. So it's powerful for me. This ain't a joke for me.
No, yeah.
I can feel it.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is a purpose.
feel
This
it.
is a
Yes, sir.
destiny.
I
This
feel
is
it.
deeper than
I
music.
can feel
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So
Jump
since
on
I
in
talked
there.
about the strengths, I
Yeah.
gotta say,
Yeah.
what do you think your weaknesses are as a musician?
I think all of us can, as musicians, and even what we do, I'm not too overly critical, but we can be.
Sure.
You know, we look back at things, and I think the other thing is probably not giving myself enough credit for the things that I've achieved. A friend of mine had to remind me, do you understand you have been a full-time musician for 25 years, making your own money?
Yeah.
Say that.
That's
Started
right.
at 22.
Independent.
And are still going. And I guess I forget because I love what I do and it's so much fun. But when I go back, I say, oh my gosh, I have been in business
have.
this long
Yes.
and continue to go. You have to
Yes.
have perseverance to go.
Yeah.
You cannot give up on your dream.
Yeah.
No matter what naysayers say.
Yeah.
They all say things. But if you do not understand the power of creation to create what you want, I'm not talking about halfway knowing. I'm talking about really knowing what that power and energy is
Yeah.
to create your destiny. You have the power.
Yeah.
And when you understand you have the power, because I look back at 22, all the things that I spoke, they have come to pass.
Absolutely.
Most of them,
Manifested.
yes, they
Yeah.
have manifested.
Yeah, every last
they have
one of them.
come pretty much to pass. I mean, and I was speaking then unaware, let me say this,
Yeah.
because I've grown into deeper expansion of knowledge. I was unaware then to a degree as to what I was doing. So I was creating intentionally yet unintentionally. But
got
when you understand the power of manifesting and creating, then you understand what it is to be intentional about your creations. When you understand the power that you have, you possess inside to actually create the life you want, and you are intentional on it, then you see things change as quick as you align.
I love it.
It's energy. Wow.
Yeah. As quick as you
I feel
align.
it.
Yeah.
And that's 100%.
That's
Go ahead,
100%.
Go ahead, on.
That's-
Listen,
yeah.
I got a question for you. I've heard a lot of musicians say that they see colors whenever they are
Wow.
even before they create, or maybe it's in a
Yeah.
dream or whatever it is. Have you ever seen colors in the midst of you possibly getting ready, or maybe a vision of colors before you get ready to
That's-
actually create,
that's
or
deep.
after you create? Have you ever seen colors while you are performing even?
No, I've never seen
Okay.
colors. I zone out. So when I'm in that space, I am there, but I'm not there. So I think I drift into my 5-dimensional realm and go into a spirit space. So I really feel what I notice happens with me, whether it's creating
Sure.
or not, like just like right now, you see my hands are shaking.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's because when I am very passionate and I feel that source energy, that spiritual energy, it starts moving inside. And so
Yeah.
that place, I drift into that place.
Yeah.
And I go somewhere else.
Yeah. Is
And
it
I
almost
always
like, does it, excuse me, I mean to cut you off, but
No,
is
you're
it
good.
almost like you're floating?
Yeah, it's
in an
almost like you
atmosphere?
go into another place. So really, when you go into that other place, then, and this is what's something that you all can take, and anybody
Sure.
who is doing passion in business, when you go to that other space,
Yeah.
then you don't have time and you can't hear the naysayers. You cannot hear
Yeah.
the people that are negative. You don't care
I love
because
it.
you have drifted into a higher dimension that you can't see them.
I
So
love
I
it.
drift into that space, which helps me, to never get caught up into the crowd. The biggest downfall the artist can have is, and whoever,
Sure.
is that you start looking for them to validate you. You are appreciative and thank you for the compliments. But this is just the truth.
Yeah.
We see this on the regular world all the time.
Yeah.
The same fans that will lift you up will be the same ones to put you down when something isn't the way they like. So you have to learn to validate yourself. So the best way to do that is to drift into your world, know that you're doing it for a deeper purpose, and that's where you go.
Yeah.
And when you go to that place, whether it's creating music, whether it's playing music, whether you're doing this, whether you're doing that, when
Yeah.
you go to that other space, you go to that other dimension, it takes over, and all you can do is be in your space.
Floating like you.
Floating.
That's beautiful.
But it's the truth, you
But
know?
it's the truth. Yeah, absolutely. I love that.
Yeah.
I love
Yes,
that. I
that's
wish
true.
most artists would understand
Me
to
too.
really connect with that, to
Yes.
really enjoy who you are as an individual, as a
Yes.
person, enjoying the
Yes.
creator, the creator and the creation in you,
Yes.
just enjoying all of
All
that.
of it.
It's wonderful. And I'm gonna tell you, for me, it's such a pleasure, first of all, to have you here. Not just because you're my sister, but the fact that you have been independent for so long
Thank you.
and creating your own lane
Yes.
and playing by your own rules, which is dope.
Yeah.
So how
Thank you.
important? Yeah, you're welcome. How important is it for an artist to become independent? You see it happen a lot in the rap
Yeah.
industry, but how important do you see it? How important is
Yeah.
that for artists to actually go independent? And let me ask you this: how much have you lost because you wanted to be an individual?
Well, I'ma
Have you
say
ever
this.
lost any opportunities
Let me
because?
say this.
Go ahead, talk.
First, let me answer the first question.
Okay.
You said, what was the first question again?
Independence.
Okay. I think now that I have been in the business so long, when I was younger, I wanted to get to the big stage and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm a person who's about studying. When I found out all the stuff
Sure.
that's in the industry and how they rape artists when you don't, if I went right now and had a great album and took it to the industry, they would secure my masters and they would, and I could have wrote the stuff before them.
Sure.
When you start finding out, even though you can make a lot of money as a writer and stuff like that, but when you start finding out how bad they rape you, you good. And how much, too, that they make you be what they want you to be. So I think that's why a lot of artists go independent, and I am okay with what I'm doing.
Yes.
For a long time, I wanted that. When I found out, I'm good.
Yes. But even though you've done that, you
I've
still achieved.
traveled.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
say. So can we talk a little bit about the places you've traveled?
Wait. There was a second question I did want to answer, though. What? Can you remember what he said? I forgot it, too.
I'm
I
trying to
pretty much
think.
was
You
talking
said
about
independent, and then
independence
you asked me
and
something else, and how did I forgot?
independence and how important is it for you to be independent and be an individual within
Individual,
this?
that's what you're talking about.
and-
That's what I was going to say. It's very important to, as an artist, because I wanted to make this point.
Sure.
Do not try to mimic and copy other people.
Say that again.
And I cannot stress that enough.
Yeah.
We have plenty of we have Jill Scott. I love Jill.
Absolutely.
But I still have to make it my own song.
That's right.
If I sing it.
Right.
I love Angie Stone.
Yes.
I love Jasmine Sullivan. But I can't make their stuff, I can't sing their stuff like them.
Sure.
And what I encourage artists to do is to be an artist. Create.
Yes.
Create. So I think it's very important for a person to be their own individual, who you are. And as far as your question, I haven't lost anything.
I love that.
I haven't lost anything. And
Come on.
even if I did, this is where I come from. Because I am okay and all right with being Tanya all the way. I am good and gay.
Right
and I'm
on.
okay with that.
Right on.
But my point to say that is I am not concerned if you can't handle who I am as just who I am,
Yes.
then I'm good.
Yeah.
And why am I good? It's because you know how many people out here are being what everybody else wants them to be? Most
Yeah.
people are puppets.
Yes.
Trying
They
to
are
fit
not
in.
individuals.
Yes.
What I have found is when you are authentic and you are yourself and you walk in your lane, more people respect that.
That's right.
So even if they have a issue after a while, they have to say, you know, I'm all right with you because you cool with who, you good with you.
Yeah, you being you.
And I say, I have to be me. I cannot be anybody else. If I try to be anybody
Yes.
else, I will fail. So the success of anything that you do is to present yourself authentically with who you are.
Yes.
And who you are is not this shell. This is a shell.
It's a shell. That's
100%.
right.
This is not who you are.
Yeah.
Who you are far surpasses the shell
Yeah.
that you're in. Who you are goes into a deeper place. That goes into a spiritual place. Who are you past your shell?
Yeah. Before we get into that, because
Yeah.
we're gonna transfer into that.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about some of the projects, your own projects. I want to
Yes.
talk about your projects and what platforms they're on, and then number two, some of the artists that you have worked for or opened up for.
Okay.
So can we talk about that a little bit, and who you've met along the
okay.
way in your career?
Nice.
Yeah, 25 years.
25.
That's a stretch.
Yeah.
It's still going.
You know what? I'm blessed. Like
Yeah.
when I say that, I'm not just saying that in
No,
a cliche
not at all.
way.
Not at all.
I'm really saying that I'm
Mean that.
blessed.
Yes, you mean that.
I'm
Yeah.
so blessed.
Yes.
Especially starting out at 22
Yeah.
and taking a chance at 24 and saying, this is what I want. I'm
Yeah.
so blessed to still
Yeah.
say that I make my money this way.
Yeah.
And to be successful in entrepreneurship in this way.
Yeah.
As a musician, that is hard.
Yeah.
It's challenging. So I'm just thankful. But
Yeah.
I have I have had the opportunity. I haven't really made a new project. I've done some things at home that
Sure.
I'm just tinkering with.
Yeah.
But the last project that I made was Sunshine and Rain.
Yeah.
And that was back in 2011. I am a true artist. I have the feeling.
Yes. What about what about baggy jeans? What about baggy jeans?
And then
Yep.
I did another album when I first started. I can't even remember the name of that, but
Okay.
it was really good. Look, no, I'm not just saying it because
I
but I was
know.
like, it was speaking to me. See,
Yeah.
my music has always been healing
Yeah.
for me. So,
Yeah.
but I did those things, and my right now my focal point has been my vocal studio, Ross's Performance Music Studio. So you asked me about my platform. That's
Yes.
what
And I also asked you, who have you met along the way,
along
and
the
who you
way.
opened up for
Got you.
along the way?
I was blessed at 25. Like when we first started our career, we opened up at the Carolina Theater. I had an all-female group then,
Ebony?
and we
Legendary.
opened up for Bonnie James, Norman Brown, Rick Bronze. I've had the opportunity myself when there was a switch to open up for Tank.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I did. That was some years ago.
Please don't go.
Keith Washington.
Yeah. Keith Washington.
I've been blessed to open up for quite a few artists.
Yeah, I
And,
remember Spinners, right? Spinners,
Spinner,
too.
Manhattan's,
Manhattan's.
Temptations 3 times.
Yeah.
So I've been very blessed to be on big stages and
Yeah.
and even to be a headliner.
Yes.
Where someone opened up for me in South Carolina.
Oh, I love it.
That's lit right
That
there.
is.
Headliner.
Headline.
And that was so cool because the year before we
Yeah.
opened up for someone. And then they
Yeah.
asked us to come back as the headliner.
Yeah.
So,
Ebonique was tough.
yeah.
Wow.
No, this was Tanya Ross Project.
Oh, okay, gotcha,
Yeah, because
gotcha.
you know,
Okay, yeah.
Ebonique
That's right,
was
you had-
the first
that's
12
right.
years. Tanya Ross Project was
That's
after
right.
that.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So the next question I want to ask you is let's talk about your teaching.
Okay.
performance. What was that transition like going from singing to teaching? And which one do you love the most?
Oh, I love them both. I don't think
Okay.
I would ever get rid of performing.
I got you.
Performing is just in my soul.
Yeah.
But I love teaching. I love teaching.
Yeah.
Like adults, children. I love teaching because I like to, as a teacher, I like to see you elevate past me. That's what the goal should be.
That's a good teacher.
And so I want to see my students get better. I want to see them grow. I want them to excel and do bigger things than I did.
Yeah.
Because like I always say, you make it to the Grammys, baby, you're going to say, who was it? My teacher? Tanya Ross was my
Yep.
vocal coach.
Right.
Hey, baby,
Right.
so I want my students to do well. I love teaching, though.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love, and you know, we come from teaching.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
So I love teaching. I like
Yes.
to see people smile, but for me, teaching is always deeper than teaching.
Yeah. Speak on
Teaching
it.
is always not just singing lessons here. They'll tell you, any of my students, when they come in my studio, it is not just teaching, it's a spiritual facility. Most of the time, we are building confidence that is past you being able to sing a note. We're building confidence from other perspectives.
Yeah.
So again, music is healing.
Yeah.
And so it does a lot of other things than just taking lessons.
Got you.
This is about building who you are, building you up, even your confidence, just as a person. Period.
Yes.
I like
Jump
that.
on in
I
there,
like
little
that. I was about
Gucci.
to, because
Yeah.
you keep just forgetting about your nephew sitting over here on the sideline. Let me get in there right
Hey,
quick.
man. I'm so excited. Get on in there.
Just
Get
like
on
we
in
just
there,
talking
nephew.
about 25 years,
Yes.
still going.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about your favorite parts of being a musician,
Okay.
but also tell us about your least favorite
Okay.
parts
Wow.
of
I
being
think
a
my
musician.
favorite part is touching the audience. It's always been about seeing them smile and helping to change the atmosphere, the energy, and just when you feel that energy, as soon as the light stage action, and you like, I'm in my element.
Yeah.
I told somebody I'm probably more comfortable in on a stage with about 10,000 people out there versus when I'm just in the living room with two.
Yeah.
No
Because,
doubt.
and I'm fine once I get there, but
Yeah.
that's just the truth. I love it. Probably the least thing is I run sound too, so carrying that equipment when it's time to gig. Packing that car up, going,
Yes,
setting
Lord.
it up. You always the last one to leave, and you're the first one to get there. That's the worst
The
part.
whole
again.
nine, the whole
Yeah, because I
shebang.
wear all the hats. I'm
Yes.
the CEO of my company. I do the contracts. I talk to the people. I run sound. I load the sound, unload the sound. And I had to do that because
Yeah.
after a while, I understand everybody got to make their money, but when the sound man hit me with that price, I was like, oh, no, baby, we're going to learn how to do sound.
That's just real.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's very,
Yeah.
very
So that's
important.
the worst part.
I got you.
Okay,
Okay, then. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Jump on in there, little
I
Gucci.
got you. What's your least favorite instrument to play?
I just really suck at the drums, but even though I want to play them.
I thought you did pretty good at it, though.
No,
But okay.
I was about
I
to say,
keep a little beat,
You
but
done
no.
tried?
I got
You
you.
tried?
Yeah, I don't try it, but I get too excited.
Okay.
I get too excited and start getting off beat. So
Okay.
I'm-
Yeah.
But I like the drum. Now, see, that's an example of is it your lane? That ain't my lane. I need to
got
stay
you.
in my lane.
Yeah, no doubt. No
I
doubt.
practice at home, but I don't need to be going somewhere like, telling me, hey, you want me to play drums for you?
Yeah.
Hell no, I don't.
Right. That part. Yeah.
Right,
Exactly. I love it. So that's transition.
Okay.
So we've talked about you as a musician, but let's tell the people, can people purchase your music?
Well, they
Right
would have
now?
to get it from me. They would
Okay.
have to get it
How
directly
can people get in
from
contact
me.
from you then?
Just if you go look at my Tanya Ross page on Facebook, TanyaRoss, or my business number 336-989-2456.
Yeah.
We can, get
You can
that
take
in
it from there. I
replication
got you.
there.
Okay, then. So now that we've talked about Tanya Ross, the
Yeah.
musician, and that's fine. But I love what you said. It was the vehicle
Yeah.
that got you to the next dimension in
just-
your life.
yes.
So let's talk about this next dimension. I heard you talk about spirituality.
Yes.
So can we go a little deeper into it, or can we just say, how did you get started? What happened to cause you to go deeper into the spiritual
So
realm?
I've always been spiritual. Just,
Sure.
you know, as a child, I've just always been spiritual. Just always have. So that has always been a huge, not a huge part of my life.
Sure.
I always knew that a higher power was present.
Got a praying mama too.
Yes, my mom is
We
a
got
very
a praying
mother.
mama. Go ahead. Don't.
But I had a stroke 3 years ago.
Talk about that.
And when I had the stroke, I knew, well, first of all, let me say this, because this would probably shock people, but it never affected me, but it's good, you have to know this part. I used to be a chain smoker. I used to smoke a pack of cigarettes a day.
Sure you did.
It never, ever affected my voice.
Right, never
And
did.
I was cool with that. I used to say to source, well, I ain't doing nothing to nobody. This is my relaxation, okay?
Right.
And so I did that for about 8 years, and I knew that I should have stopped 2 years prior. I would hear it all the time, stop, and I would say, well, why I gotta stop? You know, that's just my thing. And I would hear, literally, I would hear something is happening to your body.
Yeah.
But I ignored it. And so I had a stroke. I was home by myself. I did not know what was happening to me in the 3D me, this flesh.
Sure.
Someone had called me, and I said, oh, my hand's weak.
Yeah.
But I thought I was just tired. So I was like, I need to, rest this off, whatever.
Yes.
And then someone else called me, and I said, what's up? They said, what's up, Ross the Boss? I said, what's up? Well, what happened in the middle of me saying, what's up? I was like, yo, I don't feel so good.
Right.
And I just drifted back. And she started screaming. And I was able to get my mama's number out. And she called my mom, but this is the deep part. I was going to nirvana, as they say. I was like, oh, I just need to rest this off, right?
Yeah.
And I was going back, and literally I heard, in like, no lie, as I was going back, I heard, get up now. And I came to myself. And when I came to myself, I felt this energy go over the right side of my body. And I started speaking, I will say, in my higher self. My higher self was speaking out loud.
Gotcha.
And I remember saying, something is happening to my brain. I didn't know, but I said, something's happened to my brain. And then from there, you
began to transition into.
Yeah, well, at that time, they some other things happened, but that's a long story. But when I went to the hospital, when I got to the hospital, they told me that I had a stroke. I knew why I was there. When I laid down, I said, this is for a deeper spiritual awakening on a deeper level. Now, what's funny is 2 weeks prior to that, Source had me listening to meditation music and just saying, if I forgive everyone, whether I know that I've done something or I don't know, I forgive everyone. I just was in a meditative place for 2 weeks.
Talk about how important forgiveness is.
Forgiveness is so important.
And then remember your place, though, because I want you to go into that.
Forgiveness is for you.
Yeah.
It's not for other people. It's for you. And we have to learn that, this is the deep part. You have to learn that even the things that you see that may be dark, do not despise the dark times or the contrast. For the contrast and the dark times are to propel you into a deeper level of light. They bring you to a higher awareness. So instead of being mad at your enemies, you thank them. The more you thank them and say, I'm going to stay in a place because they have not expanded to my space of knowledge, I will love them through that, then the more it will push you into a deeper space. Then you understand that forgiveness is for you and for you to shed the light for your own light. It's for you to let go. When you learn to let go, then you'll see that your life will continue to go up. Yeah. And then they're no longer an issue. You actually look at your enemy and say, thank you.
True story.
Yes.
True story.
That's
deep.
Yes.
That's deep.
It is deep, but it's the truth, though. Like, if you try it, you'll see.
Yeah, just like Granny said, kill the devil with kindness.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to tell you.
And it's so much more powerful when you understand it's your power you take back. See, if you don't forgive, you let them have your power. When you forgive, you take your power back. So my thing is, like, let's just use something simple. Somebody say, you stupid. Why would you answer the stupid and that ain't your name?
It makes sense.
Think about that,
Yeah,
though.
make a whole lot of
we
sense.
respond to foolishness. And when you really sit down and think about it, why am I answering to stupid? That's not my name.
Correct.
Keep it going.
Yeah, yeah.
So I've learned that forgiveness is powerful. I learned that at
Yeah.
29, to forgive and let go. Because if not, you will be dissipated in, it's just darkness.
So it's true. He who angers you controls you.
Yes, they do.
So that's a beautiful statement that you made.
Yeah.
So let's go into what you do now.
So now what I do through I have my business, but I
Yeah.
also am a spiritual healer. I also do intuitive tarot card readings.
Okay.
When I came out of the stroke, I already knew I was a healer. I told you that.
Yes.
The vehicle of music is just that. It's the vehicle, but the who I am is a healer.
Right.
Because I heal myself through music, and then you sing out and you heal others through
Yes,
it. So
yes.
when you understand who you are, you understand that everything that you're doing are vehicles. That's it.
Yeah.
And you may go and switch vehicles this day, go back to this vehicle, but it's all the same thing underneath it.
Yes.
So now I am a spiritual healer. I have had clients that have come in with different ailments, from heart conditions to other things, and they'll call me and say, wow, this energy and the things that you have helped me to understand about the power of manifesting and creating what you want.
Yeah.
I healed, as I told people, when you understand the power you have, that everything is within you.
Yeah,
Nothing is external of you.
yeah.
See, we have been taught very wrong. God is not external of us. God is within us. See, when
Yes.
you don't understand that God is a within and you are one and you operate together, then you're looking outside of you for something that
Yeah.
we have created in our image. See, that goes deeper.
Yeah.
But you start looking outside of you for something to tell you, to give you something, instead of you saying, wait a minute, we're one. So
Yeah.
I'm a creator. I can create that.
Yeah,
So when you understand the power you have to create,
yeah.
that's why people look at me and say, I can't believe you had a stroke, because I heard the voice of source energy in the hospital telling me everything to do.
Yeah.
Because it's within me.
Yeah.
So, that's you got to learn what I call, we have knowledge, but we don't have the trick knowledge, because some of us, I love my people.
Yeah, we all
But
do.
it's the truth.
Yeah,
We
it's
all
true.
love-
But this is a truth. We are afraid to step out of something that is not familiar, and half of the time the stuff you familiar with, you don't even study it yourself.
Ooh,
100%.
So
ouch.
but that's the truth.
That's real though.
A lot of
That's
people
real.
walk around saying, I'm this and I'm that. And you be like, baby, you don't know nothing about it. I can even say something. And you'll be like, where that's at? So my
Right.
thing is, I live by this model. Be open to all things and attached to nothing. Because when you become attached to something, then you cannot expand your consciousness, your awareness, or your knowledge to another level. You become myopic. So you can only see through this lens. Baby, I'm about expansion. Don't put me in a box. Ain't nothing about me a box.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with being who I am.
Yes.
You may not understand it,
Yes.
but if you are okay with saying, I don't want to walk into the familiar, and just it ain't about converting.
All right.
This is what people don't understand. Spiritual knowledge is not about converting. You can keep everything that you have. I'm telling you to be open to something and try it.
Yeah.
Because if you're open to expansion, you will see where that expansion will take you places you've never been.
Absolutely.
Certain things you speak. I speak to my bank account. I have a revolving, consistent bank account.
Yes, you do.
Instead of asking for a lump sum of money, think about the power of that.
Yeah.
I have a revolving, consistent bank account that constantly revolves when? Now.
Now.
Because if you don't give an outcome of now, then you just tell the universe is revolving.
Yeah.
But when you say, let me put a time now,
Yeah.
it revolves. When I tell you right now, I'm looking at my bank account saying, this the first week of May, and I look pretty damn good.
You know?
And it's constantly revolving.
Right on. So that goes back to you saying
Creation.
Creation.
Manifesting.
Yes. So let me ask you this: during COVID-19, Basically, what you're saying, you haven't really skipped a beat.
Let me tell you,
Speak on it.
COVID-19, for some people, now this is me. I don't have any problems with what people's beliefs are.
I feel like
But
me and
this
Auntie
is,
here.
Yeah, y'all there.
we are. But for me,
Yeah.
and I respect everybody. Let me say that so you hear me well. I respect everybody.
Yeah.
But for me, I knew from the beginning COVID wasn't gonna touch me.
Come on.
Because and that's a deeper thing.
Yeah.
But I knew it wasn't going to touch me because I knew that I have the power to create what I want. So I talk to my antibodies and say, you fight for me. You
Yeah.
do what I tell you to do. See, that goes into deeper stuff when you understand that the brain is like a computer. You talk to the brain, you harmonize the heart, you bring them together, and then when that's going into healing.
Yeah, I got
when you
you.
go into a space where you harmonize the brain and heart together and you speak, what people don't understand is the power they have in their brains to create exactly what you want.
That's
you
right.
can create your healing.
That's right.
So during COVID-19, I created my wealth.
Yes.
I said I will not go down.
Yes.
I will not lose anything.
Yes.
I will not lose in the midst of not being able to gig out. My students will continue to come. My money will not stop, and it has not.
That's right.
Now, we're talking about a full-time musician that
Yeah.
has been cooped up for a year.
Yep. Yep.
And I'm just going to put this out there. I did a Facebook when I was, again, being in tune with that inner you, which is your higher self.
Yes.
When I was told within me, this is the time to put out the concert.
That's right. Do
I
it
put
now.
out a concert on Facebook, talked to my fans. They were like, yo, this was so much healing. When I tell you they donated so much money to me, I said, damn it, I need to do this all the time. This was better than gigging.
Yeah. Let's keep it at 100.
But let me tell you what the point is, and then I'll let y'all go ahead
Yeah.
with your questions. But the point is to say that what I did, the powerful thing for real that I did,
Yeah.
and this is why I say this worked, I spoke to my mind.
Yeah.
And I spoke to the internet waves, no lie. I said, internet waves, I'm putting this concert out here. You're going to touch the cyber waves right now that the people are going to bring in money. They are going to send money to me now. They are going to bless me now. The money comes in now. The donations come in now. I will be fine. Every single time I put up a concert, I will be fine. They're going to hire me. They're going to say, yes, we want you. They're going to come. And when I say that night, I made over $2,000.
Cha-ching.
Bing.
In 2 hours.
Come on.
In 2
Why
hours.
am I putting that out
Come
there?
on, Ross. Come
it's
on.
not about telling my business. It's about being transparent to say, if you
We love
understand the energy that you have to create your destiny, to create your success, to create what you want, and not let the naysayers and the people around you who do not understand that it is within you, and that when you allow negativity, energy to come and stop your dreams, so shall it be. But if you understand within you, you can create your dynasty, your destiny, who you are.
Come on. Got to clap
I
it
have
up for that.
created this money for me during COVID the whole time.
Yeah.
I told somebody every time I look like I'm spending money, because I speak to myself and say, as quick as I put it out is as quick as it comes back. As quick as I put it out is as quick as it comes back. And that's what happens to me.
Yeah.
I have let go of the feeling of stress because we have to change our money beliefs.
Yes.
What we have told ourselves, think about it truthfully. What is the main thing more than money that when people think of money, what do they really think of? The lack of.
The lack of.
So if you think of lack of every time, then what are you doing to money? Retracting it.
That's right.
Pushing it away.
Pushing it away.
Because you're thinking of the lack of money. But when you look at money from energy as a source,
That word.
That word, energy.
Energy that is constantly going to get me to my dreams, that's going to help my family, that's going to keep me going, that's going to make me do things that I want to do while I'm here in this earthly existence.
Yes.
If you look at money as energy, rather than looking at it as the lack of,
Yes.
then it attracts you. You become a money magnet.
That's right.
Money comes your way.
Yes.
But when you are stuck in old beliefs that tell you money is not good, that you shouldn't love money.
But who would say that? Right.
I digress.
All right then.
Auntie dropping some damn Jews.
Yeah.
in the night.
That's the truth,
Yeah.
though.
And
Especially for us. See, I hate to say this, but we
Speak
have to
on it.
come up
Yes.
to a higher level of consciousness
Yes.
so that we can realize for real, not just saying it cliche, Not
Yeah.
just saying it cliche.
Not just saying it.
But really realizing that we are kings and queens and that we inhabit and create and have money. But
That's right.
because we have fallen into the program that has been consciously driven in your subconscious mind,
Systematic.
that you
Systematic,
forget,
boss.
you think that you are not, that it is not your birthright. It is our birthright.
Oh, say it, Auntie.
Wow.
You got it hot
So-
up in here.
So listen, we love this, and man, we could go all day
Yes, we
long.
can.
But look, we're gonna go ahead and get ready to get you to this. Boy, this is good. 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 I was getting ready to cut it off, but I'm not
Fine.
gonna cut it off.
Ain't no need, 'cause I love Auntie's energy.
I'm gonna tell you, this
Energy,
this
and
is
I'm-
dope.
We
This is
gotta
so
do
dope,
this, you know?
Tanya. I love who you've become.
Yeah.
I love the person that you are. And I appreciate you being here. I want to say this to you. I want to say this personally to you, that from your brother, you have inspired me from afar. You have inspired me from afar.
you, Chris.
And I say that wholeheartedly because for many years, and you know this, your brother, he skated around who he was supposed to be.
Yeah.
I was trying to hang out in the streets,
Yeah.
got my head tore up a many times, got my ass beat out there in the
Yeah.
streets, trying to be a street
Something
dude.
else,
And I
yeah.
wasn't a street dude, but I liked hanging out with street dudes
Yeah.
because I was out trying to identify. I didn't know my identity for many years. And so I want to say this to you, sis. Thank you so much for coming on and just being an inspiration. And even though you're my younger sister, you have been an inspiration to me, your brother. And I'm saying that, and I want you to know that I love you.
Aw.
I respect who you are.
Thank
And
you.
I thank you for being you. You was the first one. I remember, even though you're younger than me, you was the first one that said, "Man, bump that. I'm finna be who I am. I'm gone." And boy, she left the nest real early. And but I want you to know that I'm proud of you. And
Thank you.
because of who you are, it reminded me of who I was as an individual, as an
Good.
artist, and the lane that I'm operating in now. So it's
Yes.
so dope.
And it's so dope.
It
what
is
you're
so
doing.
dope. You know what I'm saying?
You are definitely in your lane.
Right on.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, right on. So I want you to know that it's so important that we understand who our family is, and it's understanding that we have to forgive our family. We have to
Yes.
love our family, because at the core of who we are is our family. You know what I'm saying? Our generation, who we come from.
Yeah.
And once you lose that, then you lose your identity.
Yeah.
You don't know who you are. So I encourage
it.
everybody out there that if you haven't had the opportunity to say, I'm sorry to a family member, or I'm sorry to your child, or ask for forgiveness. I always say it. They may not forgive you automatically,
Yeah.
but let time serve its purpose.
Yes.
And I promise you, in time, the healing will begin, and the process of healing will begin, and you too will be an overcomer, and your family
I
will be an
agree.
overcomer, and you will heal, and you'll see your destiny begin to just open up and
Yes.
flourish in full fruition.
Yes, even
And
your friends, even
your
people.
fr-
Just forgiveness,
and
period.
I was
Yeah.
going to say that.
Yeah.
How important is it for you to change your friends whenever you're going to another level? How important is that?
Oh, let me tell you, sometimes you don't even have to worry about changing it. They fall off.
Yeah.
They fall off.
Yeah.
And sometimes when they fall off, you're bothered by it. But as time goes, when you look, you say, oh, some people can't go where you're going to the next level.
Yes.
And they don't even understand what's
Yeah.
happening inside of you.
No, they don't.
So it's okay.
Yeah.
If they fall off, you say,
Yeah.
I thank you for the time you were there. Let me say this last thing, because sometimes we are trying to make people, now listen at this, and this is whether you're talking about in a relationship, whether you're talking about friendships.
Yeah.
I would even go as far as to say business ship.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're trying to make people permanent who were always meant to be temporary.
Whew.
Damn.
Meant
Hit
to
the
fly.
nail on the head with
Meant
that.
to fly.
Sometimes people are just in your life for a temporary season,
Yeah.
just to help you get somewhere else. And then when it's time for them to drop off and you know it in your heart, stop fighting against it. Say thank you and keep it going.
Stepping stone.
Stepping stone.
Stepping stone.
I love that you said
Yes,
that. I
that's
love
true,
that.
though.
It is true.
Yeah.
It's true, because once you transition and you go to another place, you do start to see where I love this. I love this, Tanya, because you are really helping some folks out there, because this is what Jetblack is all about. It's all about empowering. It's all about inspiring.
Yes.
Each one, reach one, teach one.
I love
and we're
that.
continuing the legacy of Mr. Aaron T. Jones, because this is what he was all about.
I love that.
And we're riding in his vision and in his
this
vein.
energy that auntie coming in here dropping off, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My old lady knows, and my family know I'm big on energy.
Yes.
It's always what you put out is what you get
Yes.
in.
Yes.
It's so
You always
real.
got to be positive.
Yes,
you know
yes.
what I mean? You got to carry yourself like that,
Yes.
and then you just came in here and just gave me confirmation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. That
Just gave me
positivity is
confirmation
so real.
on
Yes, sir.
everything
Yes.
that me and my family and stuff got
Yes.
going
Yes.
on at
But-
home. You know what I mean?
But
Just
you know
keep
what?
going.
Positivity is where you want to go. But I want to say this again, and I said it one time, because we have to learn this. Duality is real, which is that there is both good and bad in all of us. There
Yeah.
is both light and darkness in all of us. Do not despise the darkness, for it is the darkness that brings you into higher consciousness and a light. So any darkness that you've been through, you need it to go through in order for you to transcend. So the darkness is about not even saying, ooh, I just don't want this in me. Listen at this. The point of it is that the darkness is there. When you see it, that means that it is something for you to pay attention to. What is it that I need to look at in this darkness in order for me to expand? Once you see it, it is your job to transcend with the light and the awareness, so that you not get rid of the darkness, but your light becomes so big that it dims the darkness down. So you transcend the
Yeah.
darkness into higher consciousness and into a light till it is dormant. But it's not bad to be dormant, because then when the next darkness comes up, you say, thank you. What are you here to teach me? What are you here to teach me? Because
Yeah.
if we think of each one of our lives, you can't tell me that it wasn't the darkness that brought us to the light.
Whole lot of them. Whole lot of
Even
them.
from our darkest things.
You going to pick up them jewels, little Gucci.
Ain't it true though?
Yes, ma'am.
That's why
Yes,
we
ma'am.
don't need to despise the darkness. We need to
Yes.
thank the universe for it.
Thank you.
you, because the darkness propelled me. And when you take my darkness and you talk about me, what I say is thank you again, because baby, I'm not what I used to be. Where I'm at is somewhere deeper, and I continue to go and flourish higher and
Yes.
higher and higher. So take my darkness, baby, I take it, because a car cannot operate on just positivity.
Come on.
It operates on positive and negative. Every single thing, even if we go to this electric board out here and these microphones, everything has a negative current and a positive current.
That's right.
There is polarity. Why is the polarity there? The polarity is there because the opposites are needed to bring you into a higher space, a higher destiny. So what you do is you transcend the darkness by throwing out the light. And then when the darkness comes to you, you say, thank you. Now, why are you here to teach me? What's the lesson I need to learn out of this? What do I need to awaken for? To a deeper consciousness, because you are here for a reason. So I tell people, do not despise your darkness. Welcome it. Embrace it so you can transcend it.
I'm gonna tell you.
Ain't that some real stuff,
Yeah,
though?
that's real.
I'm feeling
because
this energy.
I'm feeling
Yeah,
it
you
too.
feel that, though?
Yes, ma'am.
The reason all of this is just
'Cause I
like
know you.
Go, okay. Yep.
And I know what we have shared.
Yes. Sir.
And we know every time
every time.
for what we have shared as brothers and sisters.
Yes, sir.
That the darkness has brought everything to the light.
Everything to light. I know, right?
To a good space, though.
To a good space, though. And so the beautiful thing that I love about all of this is it ties into pretty much, you will hear me and Lil Gucci always say we so appreciative for this.
Yes.
But not
Yes.
only that, and I gotta give shouts out to CMB Studios.
We all we got.
We all we got.
Love it.
And the reason I
Yeah.
say that is because when and I'm not just saying that because Chris is here. Like
Yeah.
he knows how me and Corey feels. He knows how I
Yeah.
feel. But when I got with CMB Studios, I can honestly say my life changed forever because
I believe that.
it did. It totally changed the trajectory of my life.
Thank you, Chris. No, I'm happy for you.
Yeah,
though.
no, I
but I'm
said
saying
that-
thank you to Chris.
Yes, it means a lot when somebody else believes in you more than you
Yes.
believe in you, and they sitting back like, dude, Dude, them the kind of people you need to have in
Yeah.
your circle
Yeah.
that see something in you that you may not even see.
And then once you have
And
it
then
in there,
once you-
believe it for yourself.
And once you tap
Ain't
into
that right?
it,
Yes,
Ain't
ma'am.
that right?
yeah, and once you tap into it,
It's a wrap.
Cause look, me and
It's a
Lil
wrap.
Gucci, when I tell you Chris put this together, when I tell you me and Corey didn't know each other,
Man, I've been knowing him for
Wow.
years.
I've been knowing him for years
I
too
was
in
gonna say the
spirit.
chemistry is so good, though.
I swear it's like I've been
Yeah.
knowing him for years.
I love
so
it.
it just works.
He
But it
remind us of them, Georgia.
just, yes, sir. I know
That's what
it.
you remind
The
us
one-
of. We grew up in Georgia.
We grew up in
Okay.
Georgia. We
And
grew up
so,
down in Georgia.
You remind us of our
But
Georgia
everybody
people.
down there in Georgia was just real, bro.
Yeah,
Just,
you remind us of
just real. What you saw is what
Yeah.
is what it was.
Yeah.
But I want to go even deeper. Let's talk about the crystals.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about the crystals for a moment, and then we'll switch gears. And
Okay.
We'll get ready to let you do your thing.
Well, this is
But let's
what-
talk about the crystals and the healing.
Yeah,
Let's
some
talk
of the
about
healing
yeah.
things.
Let's talk about the
now,
healing
see,
things.
I love this because this is about really education. Because
Mm-hmm.
the thing is, a lot of times we have not been educated, nor do we look past what is familiar to us
Yeah.
to understand things. So we speak on things that we don't know anything about.
Ain't
A
that
lot
the
of
truth?
times we're speaking on stuff, and then you say, "How you know?" Mom and them, pastor and them,
Granny
friend
told
and
me.
them,
Granny told
Granny
me.
told me. And I'm like, but what education have you done for yourself?
Yeah.
So what I realize is that when I start reading some different things about crystals, first of all, let's break the myth that crystals, and I have to say this, especially for us, because it's the truth. We are kind of stuck in just looking at Christianity instead of let's go deeper to spirituality.
Okay.
And then nothing's wrong with that, being a Christian. But I'm saying, I'm trying to talk about spirituality.
You go
to
ahead
go a little
and
deeper.
speak.
Okay, so we have had the misconception that crystals is witchcraft. We have the misconception that sage is witchcraft. You know, you hear a lot of people preaching on it, and I'd be like, you ain't studied nothing. But this is the bottom line. That's the truth. And it is a truth. We didn't come from this anyway.
Thank you.
Now, don't nobody want to say that, but that's the truth. Our ancestors did not come from that. That's just the truth.
That's true.
We came from the continents. And when you go to the indigenous people, from
Say that there.
Africans
Come on.
to Native Americans to all of the indigenous people,
Yeah.
Hinduism, Buddhism, when you go to them people, they do rituals. Those rituals bring about change. And this is what I tell people. Those Africans go and they get to dancing and they say,
jumping.
we want the rain God to send, and baby, rain comes.
Yeah.
Why? Because they've spoken it and
Yeah.
they know the power of the land, the power of the universe. We
Yeah.
like to separate God from the universe. How can you separate God or source energy from the universe and you say it is his creation or its creation? Well, crystals come from the earth.
They do.
So what people don't understand about crystals is crystals carry a vibration. They carry an energy because they're from the earth.
Yes.
If you read on crystals and you start reading what crystals do, each crystal has a lot of healing elements. Healing elements all the way down to breathing conditions. Healing elements to make your money come in. Healing elements to help you to learn to love yourself. Different type of crystals. Healing elements that heal the body.
Sure.
So when you start reading about that, and then if you can come out of your space and start saying, hey, I evoke the power of this crystal to do the energy that it already does because it's from the earth. And I speak into that for me, then you will see things change. So all that stuff, saging, clearing the energy, it really does clear out bad energy. If there's negative energy and you sage, but not only does it do that, sage also fights against viruses. Do you see how ignorance can keep you?
Yeah. I
Ignorance
love
can
what,
keep you out of the loop for so
yes,
many things.
Yes. I love what you are, what you're pushing on today, and I love what you're saying to the people on today. And listen, I hope that it has helped someone on today. And listen, we're going to go ahead and switch gears, and we're going to start the updates. And Miss Tanya Ross is going to perform for us in just a
Yep.
moment. So we're going to switch gears. Let's go ahead
You know what I
and
mean.
get going with them updates. Look, Gucci.
You already
Come
know.
on and get to him, baby. What's good with you? I think we got some. Boy, you don't put.
What updates you want? I got to put on my reading glasses.
Brother, go ahead and give us some of them black history.
Black history. You know I keep them black history
365, you know what I'm saying? Yes, sir.
365 days of the year.
Yes, sir. Come on, give it to him.
Bust down.
Yes, sir. Give it to him, Frederick Douglass.
Josephine Baker was an American-born French entertainer, French resistance agent, and civil rights activist.
Woo.
Her career was centered primarily in Europe, mostly in her adopted France. And that's Josephine Baker.
Josephine Baker. We
You
know
hear me?
about her.
Yes.
And she performed mostly in Europe.
Yeah.
From what
She
I
was tough.
understand.
She
She
was
was
tough.
tough, and she was beautiful.
Was she?
What?
Was she?
Man, was she beautiful?
Was she red bone or chocolate?
She was red bone, but she
a
was
little yelling.
beautiful.
She was a little yelling.
Beautiful.
Okay, let me hit
She
you
was.
let me hit you with one more. Huh?
Come on with it.
Mamie Smith.
I like that name,
Mamie.
Mamie Smith.
You know she from the country.
She from the country, Mamie Smith.
You know what I mean?
Come on,
was
get
an
to
American singer, dancer, pianist, and an actress. Singer, she performed in various styles, including jazz and the blues. She was tough. In 1920, she entered blues history as the first African-American artist to make vocal blues recordings.
Now, how you say that?
Recordings.
Recordings. I like the way you said that.
Recordings,
Recording,
you know
my
what I mean?
brother. I
Black
love
History
that.
Facts.
Black History
Black
at
History
365 at the
Oh,
Jet
yeah.
Black Daily
I seen
Show.
somebody put a live question on here.
Somebody put a question
Yeah,
on
they
there?
said,
Come on, get
Corey
to
and
it.
Rose, where y'all get y'all cuts at? I'm gonna tell you, I went today.
I'll let you go first. Go ahead. Give it to him.
Listen, just watch. You see what I'm doing with my head? That's where I went. Swivel. Went to the Swivel Bobby shop.
Okay, now it's my turn.
Where you go?
I went to that swivel, the swivel experience.
Ooh.
Tied with the lines.
Yeah.
Oh, that scalp treatment mighty fine.
Damn.
That swivel.
See, I ain't do all that, but I went to Swivel too. We got 2 locations.
Is that 2 locations?
2.
Where them locations at?
One of them on West Market.
Yes, sir.
Over there in that shopping district.
Yep,
Y'all know what I mean.
You know where
What's
it's
that
at?
storefront?
That storefront
And
over
the
there.
other over there. What's the off of Wendover?
Wendover.
Bust that right over there by
Yep.
Seeks. Swoop through, bust the first right.
Yes, sir.
You in the parking lot.
And another thing is, this is a real gray beard, okay?
Yeah, he got to keep saying
Ain't no Beijing.
I think somebody asked about that too. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Oh,
I'm
they
just
nice.
playing up. I'm
They
just
nice. They nice with that blade over at Swivel.
Oh, they
You
tough.
understand?
Steve Harvey shop.
Come on, everybody can cut over there too. Everybody. So let's go on down
Oh, you
here,
got some
right up
sports
under Mamie.
update?
No, right
Oh, you talking
here.
about Mamie?
I want you to read this. I want you to read this right here, little Gucci.
About the brother, about the
yeah,
black man.
look at this. Let this news update.
Yeah, let's
let
get
that.
it. They said a black man who was enslaved by a restaurant manager from 2009 to 2014 should have been paid more money after his captor pleaded guilty, according to the South Carolina Appeals Court.
Ooh.
Said in 2019, John Jack Christopher Smith was awarded $272,952.96 in restitution, representing minimum wage and overtime he was not rightfully paid while working at J&J Cafeteria.
How much money was that?
A little bit under 300 racks.
And they were saying they paid him that based off the minimum wage. And he was enslaved. He needed a little bit more restitution
Yeah, man, he was
than
bamboozled.
that. Yeah, he was
Hoodwinked.
bamboozled. And I think it was kind of slow.
He went to Okie doke. Yeah, they say
Yeah,
that.
they said it was a little-
They said his IQ was 70.
70.
And that's 70.
And he was forced to work 100 hours?
100.
Man.
100. Some
Man.
Black History facts for
That's
you
some
folks.
Black History facts
You know
for
what
you,
I mean?
boy. That really happened. Let's go on and switch games. Let's
Oh,
go
yeah,
on to them sports.
You know what I mean? Ain't really too much going on in sports, man. Everybody
ahead.
waiting on LeBron. Well, I'm waiting on LeBron.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm waiting on
Get
him
back
too.
healthy, you know what
I'm
I
not a
mean?
Lakers
Just
fan,
waiting
but
for the playoffs. Everybody else looking decent.
everybody is looking decent, man. You know what
But
I'm saying?
It ain't nothing really major going on.
Nah, it
for the
really ain't,
basketball,
man.
You know what I mean?
Not a lot going on, tell you the truth.
We got an MLB update though.
Yeah,
Talking
go
about the
on.
Royals
Come
assigned
on.
a veteran, the vet shortstop, Alcides Escobar.
Yes, sir. Kansas City.
That's where he went.
Kansas City Royals.
I would have skipped that, and if I would have knew where it was
No,
from. but
Kansas City Royals.
They said they signed an Escobar.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Minor league deal, and they signed him to the AAA Omaha. Escobar, he 11-year vet.
Yeah.
Played with the Royals from 2011 to 2018.
Wow.
He did get a Gold Glove,
Yep.
and that was in 2015. You know what I mean?
Now, from what I understand, this is good stuff. Aaron Rodgers went somewhere, didn't he go to Denver?
Did he?
I think Aaron Rodgers went to Denver.
They got that
Now,
bad
if
man.
I'm wrong, y'all correct me in the chat. You know what I'm saying?
Went to
But
Denver?
I think he went to Denver.
Somebody update us, man. Throw it in the live screen,
Yeah,
man.
somebody go and throw it up in there. But I
Update us.
think he went to Denver. I think
That's tough.
that's tough. I guess that could be a good look because Elway was there and made some moves over there, made some history over there at the Broncos.
Yeah, then they had Peyton Manning.
Then they had Peyton Manning over there. So, you know.
Hey, it might work out for
It
him.
might
you know what I
work
mean?
out for him,
They probably
man.
would though. You know, he elite though. He one of them
He
good
is elite.
quarterbacks.
Yes,
so.
sir. Yes, sir.
Can't say
I'm
but so
actually looking
much.
forward to the NFL this year and seeing exactly what's gonna
Yeah.
happen. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
whatever.
saying? You ain't really interested in it, man, and seeing what's gonna happen.
What for the NFL?
Yeah.
Man, I'm talking about you. Talking about you ready?
I am
Not
ready.
the last year.
Them cheap.
You shouldn't be ready. You should not be ready. I tell
Why,
you that much.
man? Why I can't be ready though?
It's all right.
You know what I'm saying? I think we're gonna have a good season this year.
Hey,
I think so. They covered that end. That's what's got a beat in the Super Bowl.
Hey.
That's how we got beat.
just like
because
the
of that end.
Hey, just like the old folks you say, even the sun shine on the dog ass from time to time. You hear me? It happens. It be like that sometimes. It be like that, huh?
Man, you something else, man. You got some more current news updates for us? Well, that's gonna be it for.
I think that's it for the sports updates. You know what I mean? But we do
Yeah.
got some CNN current news updates. You know what I mean? Talking about that
COVID-19, huh?
COVID-19 cases
Yeah.
and deaths. You know what I mean? Said that on 1/5 of that is gonna win during the winter peaks.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and then they having some issues over in India right now. So please don't travel to India right now. You know what I'm saying? Please don't go over there right now. Take it easy. Please take it easy. Don't go over there. India got some numbers that are going up high. It's almost like it was when it was here. You know,
bad.
yeah, it's pretty bad, man. So they're saying the weekly average of daily COVID-19 deaths is more than 660, according to Johns Hopkins University data. In mid-January, that 7-day average was roughly about 3,400 daily deaths. So listen, y'all be safe out there.
Please be
and
safe.
y'all be careful of what you see going on out there. Listen, a senior Drug Enforcement Administration official told NPR efforts to target drug cartels.
who?
They talking about, yeah. They're trying to push it on the drug cartels operating inside Mexico have unraveled because of a breakdown in cooperation between law enforcement agencies and militaries in two countries. Now listen, ain't no breakdown, it's the cartel.
You better say it.
It ain't nothing else to say. I don't think they want that smoke right
no
there.
smoke. No smoke.
They don't want
they
that.
don't want it. They don't
You
want it.
don't want it with the cartel.
Because they with it.
Yes, sir, they with it.
They
That's
with
a
all the
whole
sugar,
nother.
honey, and iced tea.
Said it was a breakdown in operation.
Yeah,
I
okay.
bet it was.
That was a political thing to
Yeah,
say.
that was a political thing,
Oh,
man. The
breakdown.
cartel feed Mexico.
Man,
Come on, man.
We know how
Ain't
it go.
nobody messing with that.
We know how it
Hey,
go,
Escobar, I love you, baby. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
I ain't messing with you,
Love.
baby. Much respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was like,
Oh, man. So, look, man, I'm so excited about this right here, man. You know, we have had just like an amazing show today,
Man,
man.
it's been so amazing, so
Man,
dope.
so many
Fire.
jewels was dropped on today.
I picked them
and
up.
man, it's been nothing but all love. So listen, because we had my sis on today, we had Miss Tanya Ross on, the Boss Ross on today.
Boss.
Oh man, so excited about her being here. And what I wanted to say is we got a small little topic here, and it's going green. Going green helps the environment by reducing the amount of pollution that enters the soil, water, and air by using alternative energy sources and avoiding the burning of fossil fuels, recycling and reducing waste, and driving more efficiently. Fewer pollutants are released into the environment. So I think it was cool that we had Miss Tanya Ross on here, but now we're getting ready for a performance.
Get it now.
Of the one,
And the only
Miss Tanya Ross.
Rose.
So I'm gonna hit this for y'all a little bit. One of my favorite songs. Curtis Mayfield. Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, gangsta white walls, TV antennas in the back. You may not have a car at all. But remember, my brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful for what you got. You may not have a car at all. I said a diamond in the back, a sunroof top, digging in the scene with the gangster lane. Woo, 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 woo. I said a diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging in the scene with the gangster lane. Woo, woo. Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, gangsta white walls, TV antennas in the back. You may not have a car at all. But remember, my brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful for what you got. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I said a diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging in the scene, gangsta lane, woo, woo, woo. Oh, set a diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging in the gangster lane. Woo, 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 woo. Hey, you gotta be thankful for what you got. When you feel like complaining, take a trip out to the ICU. When you wanna complain that you don't have anything to eat, go visit a homeless person laying down on the streets. We gotta be thankful, thankful, thankful for what you got. Hey, hey, I said a diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging in the scene, gangsta lane. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, said a diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging in the scene, gangsta lane. Whoa, whoa, hey. Said you gotta be thankful for what you got. Gotta be thankful for what you got. Gotta be thankful for what you got. Gotta be thankful. Don't complain anymore. Just say I'm thankful for just waking up this morning. Hey, set a diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging in the scene with the gangster lane. Ooh. Yeah. That's that Curtis Mayfield. For this next song here,
I'm actually going to do something a little different because I wanted to let everybody know out there, Ross's Performance Music Studio is out there. My number is 336-989-2456. Come, bring your students, bring your kids, bring yourself, come. And what I'm going to do with this next thing is I'm going to give you about 3 songs, but they're in a small medley. And I'm going to show you about jazz, R&B, and soul, because we teach all of that. So this first thing I'm going to do is Darling, You Send Me, and then you'll see me change. Here we go. Darling, you send me. Darling, you send me, boy. Darling, you send me. Honest, you do. At first, I thought it was infatuation, but it lasted for so long. I found myself wanting to marry you and carry you home. Darling, I want you to know that you see me honest. You do. Shut up, doobity. Bop, bop, doobity, doobity. Jobo, what I do be dim, doobity, do do Darling, I want you to know that you do. You see me. I want you to know that you really do. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, I know, 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 I know. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. Hey. Oh. You pulled some tricks out your sleeve last night. Everything I fantasized about it. You had me climbing up the walls. How many ways was God called? You're represented in the fashion of the truly gifted. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You put it down last night. Knocked me out, then had me dreaming about waking up. Alright. Do you want some money, baby? How about some chicken wings? Do you want some fish and grits? I'll hurry and go get it. Whatever, 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 whatever.
Whatever, baby, I want you to know. Whatever you want me to do, I will do it for you. Hey. Whatever you want me to do, I said I will do it for you. Whatever you want me to do. Shop blue doopy dip bop bop a dooply dip a doopy dip a dooply do. Hey, whatever you want me to do, I said I will do it for you. If you want me to get up and get some wines, I said, baby, do you want me to shake my thing? Whatever you want me to do. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Listen, this is the Jetblack Daily Show. I'm Mr. Jetblack Carl Sr.
And it's your boy, Corley Gucci Graves. Peace.
Peace. Yes, indeed.